The town slept. Snow fell, blanketing everything. But this snow wasn't white. It was red. Like a canvas of spilled blood, it painted the town in an unsettling hue. Ellie held her daughter Lily close. Her heart pounded. Something was wrong, deadly wrong. The silence was unnerving. No carols, no laughter, just an empty, echoing quiet. Lily, oblivious to the dread that gripped Ellie, smiled, pointing at the crimson snow. "Mummy, look, pretty." Her innocence was a painful counterpoint to the terror that gnawed at Ellie's insides. The wind picked up, swirling the red snow into miniature tornadoes. Ellie pulled Lily close, her eyes scanning their surroundings. The wind seemed to whisper, carrying words she couldn't quite decipher. A message, scrawled in messy handwriting, appeared on their door. "Beware the Watchers," it read. The words were stark, menacing, etched in some unknown substance that glittered faintly in the eerie light. Ellie's breath caught in her throat. Who were the Watchers? And what did they want? Fear, cold and sharp, pierced her heart. She had to protect Lily. Days turned into nights, the red snow falling ceaselessly. Ellie and Lily didn't venture outside. They were prisoners in their own home. The feeling of being watched intensified. Every shadow seemed to writhe. Every creak of the house sent shivers down Ellie's spine. Lily grew quiet, her laughter replaced with a silence that spoke volumes. The unseen presence was suffocating, feeding on their fear. One particularly dark night, Lily pointed at the window. "Mummy, look," she whispered. Ellie turned, her blood turning to ice. Two glowing red eyes stared back at them from the darkness outside. A loud bang echoed through the house. Ellie spun around, her heart hammering in her chest. The Watchers were here. Lily clung to Ellie's leg, her eyes wide with terror. Another bang, louder this time. The door creaked under the assault. Ellie ushered Lily into a closet, whispering, "Don't come out, no matter what you hear." She kissed Lily's forehead, her touch lingering, a silent promise of protection. Then, taking a deep breath, she moved towards the door, ready to face the unknown. The knocking stopped. Silence descended, heavier and more menacing than before. A voice, raspy and ancient, whispered through the door. "We know you're in there, Ellie." Ellie stood frozen, her mind racing. The Watchers were here. She grabbed a kitchen knife and moved silently through the house. She reached the back door but couldn't leave Lily alone. She took a deep breath, steeling herself for what was to come. Summoning all her courage, Ellie shouted, "Show yourselves!" Figures emerged from the darkness. The Watchers had arrived. Ellie tightened her grip on the knife. This was the final stand. The night dragged on, each minute feeling like an eternity. Ellie could hear the Watchers moving outside, their whispers growing louder. She knew they were trying to break her, but she had to stay strong for Lily. She barricaded the doors and windows. The house was a fortress now. She could feel her strength waning. She prayed for dawn, but the Watchers wouldn't stop. They were relentless. Gap 2S. Suddenly a faint glimmer of light pierced through the darkness. Ellie glanced at the clock. It was almost dawn. The first rays of sunlight began to seep through the cracks. The whispers outside grew frantic. Gap 2S. Ellie took a deep breath, feeling a renewed sense of hope. She knew she had to make one last stand. She moved to the living room and stood by the window, knife in hand. The Watchers' forms became more defined. They clawed at the walls. Gap 2S. Then as the sun fully rose, a blinding light filled the room. The Watchers let out a collective scream, their forms disintegrating. Ellie shielded her eyes. When she finally looked again, they were gone. The house was silent once more. Gap 2S. Ellie dropped the knife, her hands trembling. She had done it. She had protected Lily and survived the night. As she collapsed onto the couch, exhaustion finally taking over, she allowed herself a small, weary smile. The dawn had come, and with it, a new beginning. Gap 2S. But as she drifted into a fitful sleep, A single thought lingered in her mind. Would the Watchers return? For now, she could only hope that the light would keep them at bay. Gap 2S. The camera pans out, showing the house bathed in the soft golden light of dawn. The screen fades to black, leaving the audience with a sense of both resolution and lingering uncertainty. As the first light of dawn broke through the windows, Ellie felt a glimmer of hope. The Watchers' whispers faded, replaced by the sounds of the waking world. She dared to believe they had gone, that the nightmare was over. But as she opened the closet to check on Lily, she found a note pinned to the door. "We will return," it read. The words sent a chill down her spine. The Watchers were not done with them. They would be back. And next time, they might not be so easily deterred. Ellie hugged Lily tightly, vowing to protect her no matter what. The battle was far from over, but for now they had survived, and that was enough. Gap 2S, Gap 2S,